Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. So, if you may remember last time here, we had finished the Quickwire factory, which is still going. I did do a little bit of work. I put a tower up here, as well as, I think that's all I did. Oh, no, I did also down here as well. But yeah, we finished the Quaternary Wire Factory. It is completed. I did put a couple supports, kind of rounded off the bottom edge here, and kind of just got that finished. That way we could kind of, leave this factory behind and move on to the next one. We're going to be building some rail, I have decided, as well. Yeah, we'll build some rail and whatnot. Let's go ahead and clear this. Clear Blueprint Designer. Let's go ahead and remove that. Pick that up. Okay. We do need to finish some rail because we are going to need power over there in order to build this. I have a design in mind, though. I really do. Which is going to be pretty freaking nice. I'm going to build it by hand to keep the blueprints from going too crazy. As we have seen, if you go too crazy with the blueprints, they do get a little bit nutty, I guess you could say. I don't think I have the bridge type in mind that I'm going to be using for this area. We could do under-arch bridge, that'd be kind of cool. One of these days. I don't really have the time for that. However, yes, we do need to get this rail done. So we're just going to get started here. I love that factory now. That factory actually turned out alright. It wasn't exactly what I was envisioning, but had to make some changes. And it actually turned out okay, so not too bad. But yes, we need to connect the rail from over there to over here. Get that rail connected, and then we need to connect this portion of the rail from there to there. And then we need to take that rail from a T-junction. Need to go across this massive bridge that we're going to be making. Big bridge. And go all the way this way. So yes, I have decided on a final location. But yeah, we're going to turn the corner here with our rail. We're going to go up this hill with our rail line. We might only get the rail line done today. I don't think we'll get started on the factory today, but we'll see. We'll see how far I get and how long it takes. Sometimes I do rail extremely quickly, depending on the terrain and stuff like that, and inexperience as well. Because I have built rail lines through this area like 3 or 4 times now. So, and I do it roughly the same way each time. So, yeah. But yes, this is the place I want to build the factory. So basically, the idea is, and I want to go on the other side of this hill to confirm. Actually, this might not even work than what I'm thinking, but it's okay. It'll still, the factory location itself will still work. Yeah, because we're going to be going up and over this hill and then going that way with our rail line. We're also going to go that way as well to get down to the swamp. Or to the Spiderland, whichever one you call it. Whatever you want to call it. But right here on top of this water, a decent ways above it, I love that you can see the factory from here, is going to be our copper sheets factory. We're going to build a copper sheet factory, and we're going to build it with, we only need 2 train stations, obviously. We need an input for copper ore, and then an output for copper sheets. But yes, we're going to do a copper sheet factory right here, and then we're going to plug it in to the train station that comes down over this way. So the train station that comes down this way and levels out, we're going to level out for an intersection, and then the factory is going to build off of that height and orientation. Somewhat. Maybe not orientation, but definitely same height. Because obviously this orientation, we're going to try and go with the cliff sides here so we can get as long as possible and whatnot. So, yeah. Hello there, buddy. I love those guys. It's so interesting. But you gotta be careful though, they do spit out toxic fumes. But yeah, we got to get the rail down here first before we can even start building the factory, because we need the factory is going to have power in order to build it for the design I'm thinking. So I'm taking the inspiration from the design of the copper sheet, which is round, long tube, and it's going to be basically kind of a similar thing to the one of the towers from like the copper wire, or from the wire in the cable factory. It's going to be kind of the rough design, but it's going to be laying sideways, like a tube of, or like a roll of copper sheet. We're going to design it in a way. It's not necessarily going to look like a copper sheet. I'm not trying to mimic a copper sheet like I have with some of these factories, where I try to somewhat mimic the thing that it's making. I'm going to try. We're going to be putting a spin on it. And it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be interesting the way I'm going to design it. It might not even be a roll. It might be like a wide thing. Well, we'll see what happens. Because I don't exactly know. But I do know how I'm going to build it roughly. We're going to be using the 8 meter, 4 meter, 2 meter, and 1 meter. Actually, maybe not the 1 meter, but definitely the 2 meter, 4 meter, and 8 meter slopes on both the top and the bottom. And then the train station is going to be on the bottom floor, and then just above that is going to be... Actually, you know what we haven't done before? We haven't built a factory in a way where the train station comes in at the top level, and then the factory is built underneath it. If it's built up high enough, we could have the train station on the top level, and then have the factory, the copper sheet factory, the actual factory, all the constructors and smelters, we could have those underneath of it. And the other thing we haven't really built is like stuff that's like inline. We may not be able to build it. We may not be able to build it big enough to have multiple floors and stuff. We'll see what happens. It is kind of a toss-up right now exactly how big it's going to be. I do know it's going to be 2 train stations long. We're going to put the copper ingots, or the copper. So we're going to put the copper ore and the copper sheets in line with each other. Doesn't matter which one goes first, to be honest, but yeah. And then we'll have basically the train line's going to go into the factory and then pop out the other end, and then it's going to basically circle back, because just looking at that going, yeah, I was going to have it like the way it comes out, like join onto the line later, but just how far that is down as far as elevation doesn't really seem like a good idea. So we'll just have it double back on itself, maybe around the maybe have it double back around itself on the outside, or on the backside, where the waterfalls are, so you can kind of see overlooking the spider line. Sorry, I'm gesturing with my hands, but you guys can't see that. If I could afford a camera, well, if I was gonna do that, it would have to be camera and green screen. And you guys would never watch me again, probably. You'd be like, and look at this ugly fool trying to stream. What the hell's his problem? Maybe one day. But yeah, this is looking pretty good though. We definitely got this going, and we got the uploaders for our quick wire. That's what we did last time, and it looks like the last 2 train stations are starting to get full. I guess that's the only problem, is I don't have bypasses for overflow. Yeah, I'm thinking we might have to do that. Whichever this last line is, we might have to have bypasses for the overflow. So have this one overflow into this one, and then this one overflow into this one, and have this one overflow into this one. Should be the way to go there. So then the way, yeah, I need to fix this real quick. Let me fix this real quick, and then we'll get on with the rail build here. Okay, yeah, I think that'll do right there. So now all of the belts are being filtered down, but it's only overflow. So if the belt is doing overflow, then what it's going to do is it's going to send it down to the next belt, and if that's full, then it sends it down to the next belt, and if that's full, then it sends it down to the next belt, and then this belt is, instead of running at 500, this belt will be running at 780. So it's not ideal system. A looping system would probably be a little more ideal if you wanted to try and get the maximum amount filtered in the train station as quickly as possible. But I think this will do. Then everything will filter in here as quickly as possible. Get that done. So anyway, on to the train build, to the rail build. So past this point, we need to put in a bridge, essentially, because we need to go across this area. I'm going to take this off here. Let's pull this right to our spot. So roughly right there is where we'll build our bridge. That's where we need to start. So again, we'll have to rebuild this intersection. Okay, so if I put the bridge there, then we shouldn't have to worry about, as long as I put these like this, we shouldn't have to worry about deleting these corners. Okay, but we will have to rebuild the intersection. There we go. Okay. The intersection should be working now. Yep, it's all dark red. This is good. I'll have to move these as well. Pull this to there. Remove that. Okay. Should be easy enough to put our bridge down here. So we're going to use blueprints. What kind of bridge do we want to use? Maybe truss bridge end. Yeah, just use the standard truss bridge. I think will do. That's what I would use. Let's go foundations, 4 meter. Remove that. Grab our blueprints. Truss bridge end. Should be the right height. Yep. We can just pop it into place. Easy enough. And I think this bridge is long enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yep. This bridge is long enough to do a longer, like, 2 centerpieces. Truss bridge middle. Now we can't do a blueprint on this because it won't match up. I can definitely do that. And we can blueprint this one. Oops. And then what we do is we take these, vertical them. Wait for the autosave. That autosave, man. I tell you, every time we get a factory done, it gets slightly longer. It's freaking hilarious. We probably couldn't do another middle section, could we? I mean, we could, if we got to the rocks. Or not could, but I think this'll do. I'll just make it simple on myself. It's just a simple little bridge anyway. Okay. Hope the train doesn't clip that. I don't think it will. Ooh, it comes close though. You can fit 2 pieces of paper in between that gap, and that's about it. 2 pieces of paper, and the 3rd piece wouldn't be able to fit. That's how thin that is. I would say exactly how thin it is from my, you know, kind of, from my, you know, kind of more southernish or more redneck-ish roots, but I would get demonetized before I'm even monetized. Because that's the C word, and the C word is not acceptable on YouTube whatsoever in any context. Doesn't matter. Any context, and that is grounds for instant demonetization. Like, it's not even demonetized by a person. Like, it doesn't get flagged or nothing. It's just immediate demonetization by the system. It's like, freaking heck, they hate that word so much. This is insane. Oh well. But I'd say that basically it just goes that that gap is thinner than a C hair. Or than a C's hair, or whatever. Freaking heck. Okay. Just kind of hand placing these. You know what? We'll fill in these gaps as well. Oh, cool. All right, one bridge down. One section down. Quite a few sections to go. Alrighty. Got this section done now, so we had to put a little hump in it just to get up and over the landmass here. I might get rid of this. I no longer like it. Instead, let's do this. Yeah. I just thought about it while I was over here. I know. You should have thought about that before you. Okay. Ugh. Have to bring it forward 1. Yeah, bring it all the way over here. Yeah, because it did a little bit of an S-bend, and I don't like that. As long as it doesn't do... Whoops. Yeah, that's better. Ah, a win. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And what we'll do is we'll do, should we do like these? Oh, no, these, sorry. Not those, those are a little too small. That gives it a little bit of a support. There. I say there, because I can't see it. So there, there, love how I just immediately changed my mind about that. I was like, oh, that hump's not too bad, and I went on and built the rest of it. And I came back and I went, nope, that's not going to work. Okay, that'll work. That will work, though. Okay. Yeah, we can leave it like that. It's fine. And we raise it up and we go up and over this. I decided just to kind of act like it's a rail and give it a bit of a slope here on the sides. Let that look good. And then, of course, it continues with the slope. Oh, I missed a piece. Okay, but then it slopes up around this curve. And then it goes up this way, and then it curves back around. I think we tested this last time we were over here. It's been a while, though. Let me test it again. Yeah, looks like it clears the rock pretty darn well. Should clear the tree as well as it comes around. Yeah, it has plenty of room. Okay. So then we bring it up here, and we go across. We need to make a bridge for this area. I don't think I've blueprinted the bridge that I normally build. Truss bridge small? No. Anything with the word bridge in it. Let's take a look. Arch bridge. No, that's the big one. Bridge type A. Bridge type A. Nope, that's the one in the Spire Coast. I don't really want to reuse that one at any point. I mean, I might do it in the future at some point, but yeah, that bridge is pretty special to that area. I'm just making sure I haven't built this bridge yet. Bridge type B, that's the like multiple tiny little arch bridge. And then bridge type C, that is the flat bridge, which would work for here, but we're not going to use it because I have another bridge in mind. See, if I could move all of my bridges into this right here, that would be awesome, but when I do that, it doesn't save. It's very strange. Like if I type in here, oh, I can't type in there no more. So if we go like type C pillar, oops, cancel. Type C pillar. Yeah, and I've moved all of these before. Truss bridge small. Truss bridge middle. Truss bridge end. Truss bridge end 2. Oops. Got a lot of bridges. Oh, will it let me just do that instead? Let's do that. These are basically the way I built these. So putting them all together is probably a good idea. Apply changes. Forward autosaves. That way we don't get it messed up. But I've done this like twice now. This will be my third time. So yeah, I'm just like trying to figure out. I think these are just normal pillars. And then over arch bridge. Over arch bridge. Over arch bridge. Over. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that has an issue with this. And then we got the mega bridge supports. So it'd be nice if I could just do this and it would just move it in there, but it doesn't want to do that. Like there. Okay, I think I got all of the bridges put together. So now I am going to save, just in case. But if this is all jumbled up again, then we'll know it's not going to work. That save did happen, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, but at least we can, for the moment, for this game, we'll be able to go to the bridges. And concrete rail bridge. Oh. Okay, that's a bit weird. Small arch bridge. Wait, I guess. Yeah, just trying to find the different blueprints. Let's see, bridge type A. For some reason, oh, you know what it is that these are two different games. Not that one, but... Big support A needs to be... doesn't need to be there. Then we got an autosave. Then type C. And the pillars for it, type D. That was the weird one. And then type E. Oh, this is the one that goes out in the desert. Type E is the desert. Then truss bridge. These are those little tiny truss bridges, the overarch bridge section. This is the big bridge, the big overarch bridge. The mega bridge support 2. Oh, that's those. Whoops. So yeah, we don't have a bridge of it. Okay, well I'll have to build one then. Dang it, I've already picked up the thing. Alright, blueprints. I might make 2 sections for it. But yeah, we gotta put in a... Should we use... I should use Mark 1, because Mark 1 will, is... You get this very early on in the game, so... I'm gonna put this back down. Alright, clear the plants in this area. Whoops. Yep, just clearing the foliage underneath. Yeah, that ought to do. Oh man, who made a mess of the blueprinter? Okay. So customizer, what am I? Foundations, of course. Foundations, we're gonna go up 4 meters. And we're gonna build our bridge. So the bridge is a 2 meter thick. I think it's a 2 meter thick bridge with a 1 meter bottom, and then it's got rail supports along it. Or does it have... I don't know. Let me come up with a design and we'll see how that looks. I think it'll look good though. Alright, so this is kind of the bridge that I came up with, which is... I thought I'd use some signs to kind of give it a little bit of a... I don't know, a little bit of a poof, I guess you could say. I don't know. You know what? We might make this go up a little higher. Let's see. Now I'll have to do the ones in between because we can't hang signs over the edge there. I have tried. Game says no. Yep, see the blueprinter says absolutely not. You're not allowed to do that. I say, okay. Okay. So this bridge is, whoops. This bridge is kind of based on a railroad tie bridge, essentially just a cheap one that's usually made entirely out of wood. This one's built out of steel and a little bit of concrete as well, so it pretty much does that. Did I get all three here? I did. Okay. So, this is where it gets interesting. I just discovered that I've never discovered this bug, if it's a bug or maybe it's just because of the way it is. So, let's look at this. So, if you look at blueprints, and I think this is why it kept switching back, and I think I might have worked it out why, is because see this bridge right here, this bridge type F, that's this blueprint here. If we save the blueprint, and then we've got that blueprint in here, right? Now, if I do this, if I go edit, we take this, we put it over here, and we'll put it right there because it goes E and then F. We'll apply changes. Fine. So now if we look in, in blueprints, options. Wait, what am I doing? I have no idea. Lost my train of thought. Now if we look at blueprints, see in the bridges tab, it is now here. You know, pretty cool. We put that blueprint down, just fine. Right? Now watch what happens if I do this. If I go in here, don't make any changes, just hit save blueprint. And then exit out. Now if I look back in the blueprints, it's gone. Bridge E, it's gone. It's now back over here. Interesting. I think this is because I wasn't setting a path to it. Oops. Blueprints, edit. And I'm wondering if it's because they don't have paths set when they're first created, that this causes a conflict between the unidentified and the, and the different subcategories and categories and stuff like that. I wonder if that's an issue. See, blueprints are still, even though blueprints have been around for a while, blueprints are still kind of new-ish to me. Yes, I have 3,000 hours in the game, but I would say around 2,500 of those hours, let's say, actually, I could tell here, when I went to go save, 2,300? I'm going to say 2,300 of those hours have been spent on previous to 1.0, and then around 1,500 to 2,000 of those hours were before Update 8. When did the blueprints come in? Update 7? Was it Update 7 or Update 8 that we got blueprints? I can't remember. Or did we get them somewhere in between? Or I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, so blueprints are still kind of new-ish to me. I haven't worked with the blueprints a whole hell of a lot. Not that it really matters, but yeah. So that I guess that's kind of why I didn't discover that until just now, like 3,100 hours. Is this at the right height? No, it's not. Yeah, it's going to be 1 meter below ground level, right? Yeah. So put this here. Okay. So basically the idea of this bridge, though, is a flat bridge with basically just railroad ties, essentially, like I said. Around my area, there's a lot of bridges like this because obviously we have a lot of flat land, but there are some times where the rail isn't able to go around a valley, so they just bridged over it with an old rail bridge. An old wooden rail bridge, so that's kind of what I'm mimicking here, I guess you could say. Just an old rail bridge. We'll be able to fit 2. I might be able to fit 2 here. Yeah, looks like I'll be able to fit perfectly 2 here. Yeah. Okay. And like I said, I'll have to I'll have to put in these. What I could do is no, I can't blueprint it. I've tried this before. I've tried blueprinting signs to go onto a bridge, and it just didn't work. I'll just have to do it manually. That's fine. But we'll grab ourselves a foundation. right here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That was a perfect fit. Was not intended. And we'll just vertical those. Yeah. And then, of course, since I also couldn't do this because I didn't want to have to add pieces in to put the blueprint down and then delete the pieces, like I have to do with some of these bridges, I decided to leave out the section of bridge that has this piece in it. It's not even going to work. Oh, no, it will if I put it here. We can soup those. Soup it over. There we go. Okay. So yeah, and then of course I'll continue these up this on both sides as well. But yeah, then from here we're going to turn a corner with our by using the same design. Oh, I'm an idiot. Balls. That's fine. It don't matter. Because I can just do this. But then... Wee! What the hell? Put my rail bridge down. Or my rail line down. I'm having a good time. Having a good time. Alright, then put this other side down. Perfect. Yep, that'll work. Okay, so now we just gotta blend this. So it should be pretty easy. We may have to pull this out straight first. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. I did not foresee. No! I did not foresee this. Why am I so blind? I'm an idiot. I completely forgot about the way this intersection goes the other way. That's right, easy fix. Just where these two come together. So right there, we'll say. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Hold on. Get rid of these. That's temporary. And then we can take this like that. Like that. So we'll start turning the corner. Get rid of this, get rid of that. Get rid of those. Oh, but then we need to figure out how we can... Okay, these don't need to exist yet, just yet. So this needs to come this way. That might be too short. No! Okay. I'll just have to do it to here. It's going to look a little weird, I think. I just need it to... yeah. That way we can draw the rest of the... Oops. Oh. Yeah. Okay, these are straight pieces, so I should be able to trust that to be straight. Okay. That's not too bad. Yeah, it's alright. It's up to snuff. Okay. build that, and then this goes like that, this goes like that. Oh. Oh, that spider got out. No! That's just a regular hog. That was a radiation hog. You'd be dead over there, spider. Oh no, he's not dead. Good. He's about to be, though. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if the big hogs are able to suffocate. He's still poofing out the stuff. Yep, nice suffocating. Oh, now he's dead. Hey! 2 for the price of 1. Very nice. And that price being a lot of ammo. Yeah, these spider, the green ones are no joke, man. They're supposed to fight back, but I think it got stuck. Let's go. That's not a bad intersection. A T-junction on the edge of a corner. Or like middle of a corner. That's not bad. Yeah, worked out pretty well. Okay, so now we just got to get this junction with some asphalt and then put a bridge in. And we move on from there. Alrighty then. So, now that we've got this section of the rail done, so I've got this rail coming down here, obviously, and we've got the bridge starting out. I got a train up there. You can see the bridge. I had to do the manual signs, but I got them on both sides, and we got our bridge that goes all the way over here. And this is where we'll stop for today because we are out of time for our episode. However, next episode, I don't know if we'll continue this or if I get time, I may just do it on my own. Just get the rail done so we can start on the factory itself. I do have some plans over here. Oh yeah, by the way, you have this section right here. So this section that comes up, it's kind of a good section to drive through, to be honest with you. So I'm like, why don't we just spread out the supports and then just have the bridge kind of be kind of a solid concrete structure, and then you drive in between. I think that'd be pretty darn cool. And you just drive underneath this bridge and you can go out. And you go out both ways there. I'm actually thinking about moving this up to here, actually. Might be a good shout there. Move it up half a foundation so there's a little more room. Of course, if it's going the right way. There we go. Oops. Yeah, then we can just do that, and call it good. And then, we'll call it good there. So we'll just slide it in a little bit, and then there's a little bit more space right here for people to be able to drive through. However, my plan is I'm going to turn this into a 4-way stop right here. This is going to be a 4-way stop, so basically this stops right here, going to be 4-way, and then we're going to go down this way, and we're actually going to curve around until we get down to level with this, because this is where the quartz factory is going to be. The quartz, the quartz crystal and the silica factory is going to be in this spot right here. I'm going to take over this entire area. We're just going to completely build over the top of this. I think it'll be pretty cool. Also, I have a few designs for that in mind. One of them is more of a modern design, I think, than the other one. But it's gonna include a lot of triangles and squares and kind of pop outs, where the walls aren't all exactly. It's not a box. It's like smaller boxes, and then you got little pop outs and windows. And well, it's not gonna have any windows actually, but that one's gonna have a lot of. It's gonna have a lot of like detail lighting. Not like that, of course. Definitely not like that factory. Definitely not like that, but it's going to be something similar where we kind of just have design lights and stuff like that and whatnot, and then we'll have the train stations down here. Now this one needs to take up this entire space. We might include the actual miners themselves, at least this one, because these are going to be a little bit too far away. There's one there, there's one there, but actually I think there's a few more down here as well with that tower. No, there's only 3. Okay. There's only 3 in this area. We've got up here a normal, and I can't see what this one is. And a normal. Okay, so we've got another 1,200 of quartz crystal. We're going to have 3 train stations, obviously. The train stations, we might have them out here. Kind of separate from the factory like we did with the quickwire, and that way we can kind of design a factory off this side, and maybe we'll push it out this way in a way and stuff like that. Just have the quartz. It's going to have some like purple lighting and stuff like that. I think that'd be pretty cool, especially with the bridge. With the bridge and this little lighting here. I don't know about this. I might change this in the future. To see what I like better, but I do kind of like this kind of lighting where it's like the square, these little square blocks. I think I kind of like those. But yeah, with that though, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So next time, we either will continue this rail to get down to that lake on the other side of that hill right there. We'll go up and over that, and then we'll put in a T-junction again, because this is the main rail line, by the way. There'll be a T-junction, and then off to the copper sheet factory. We'll try and get that done next, and then we'll come back for this, and we'll do this one, because this is another kind of low-level factory as well. Get that one done. That'll be pretty nice. And I think that'll be pretty good. So we'll get that done as well. The copper sheet factory probably won't. The structuring at the copper sheet factory is going to take longer than to actually put the machines down. Kind of like that one. This one as well. We're not going to need a whole lot of quartz, because it's not liquid quartz like we thought it was. That purple liquid that was in 1.0. I still don't know what it is. No spoilers, please. But yeah, still haven't been to Phase 5 yet. We'll see what happens. If we can get that done and the copper sheets done, then we can definitely start moving into some more advanced factories that are going to have more train stations in them and stuff like that. Much bigger factories and whatnot. But we'll see what happens. See what happens as we continue on this lovely journey. But like I said, that is gonna be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.